It's week 9 of the National Football League, and we'll see Gardner Minshew. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Raiders and the Bengals, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
Now from the riverfront of the Ohio, sellout crowd has arrived at Acor Stadium in Cincinnati. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. The midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was until you kind of got to this point in the year. November, December football. That's really where teams separate themselves from the pack, and that's where playoff pictures start to unravel. That's where there's a little bit more clarity between the haves and the have-nots. And this is when NFL football gets fun. Holidays are coming. Playoff pictures are unfolding. It's a blast.
Charlie Jones now to return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Bengals offense comes out led by their quarterback, Joe Burrow. Can they keep him healthy? Because when he's good, he's so good. Won the Heisman during his days at LSU. Took this team to the Super Bowl. Now, Greg, year 5 for Burrow with the Bengals.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
That one finds Chase. 3rd and 5. Gesicki, the man in motion. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. The Bengals ready to punt this one away. And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
And he's coming off a game where he's pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest. He had a couple nice throws here and there, and I think that's what gives this team hope that he is the quarterback for the future, Mike, because when he's on, it looks like big boy football. The problem is they just don't see it enough. He didn't get into any sort of established rhythm, never found the end zone, and of course he had the one interception. I think today, get him off to a good start. Get an idea of what the defense is looking to do to counter you, and find some easy layups to get this quarterback going. I think last week they weren't able to do it, and if they don't find early success today, I have a feeling the result might not be all that different.
They'll run over center with White. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They'll go again with White. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Here's White. Looking for room out on the edge. Not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will take a 3-0 lead. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Raiders with the early lead. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. So 3-0 our score, and we are set for the dynamic kickoff. The return starts from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And as we move into the second half of the season, he continues to put up the big numbers. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. Here's Brown. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Trayvon Merrick up to make the tackle. They face second down and 7.
Brings up second and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Now Burrow on the bootleg. He'll look underneath here for Brown. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. 2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment. Here's a third down and 4. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. They get 16 on that connection. It's a Cincinnati first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's... Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of the Raiders has got it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Third and long. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Raiders, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with the first down. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, Burrow. He'll find Andre Yosibas. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Now, Burrow. He'll try and get there on the ground. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
That's another Cincinnati Bengals
Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Throwing on 1st and 10, it's Minshew. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Raiders offense and Jacoby Myers set for their next drive. The drive begins with a run by White. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. They'll look to pick up the pace. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. Throwing on 2nd down is Minshew. Now he'll run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
He's got it! And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal. The offense in hurry-up mode, pushing the pace. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Half yard, that's all they need on this. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Zamir White, touchdown Raiders. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders move out in front 13-3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They're in a 10-point hold, 13-3, as this drive starts with 1st down. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on 2nd down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes 3rd and 6. To throw is Burrow. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. That is intercepted. And And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
At the 29-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle with White. Not much happening there, just a short game. Even with the lead, they're trying to press the tempo. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, there's really two schools of thought, Mike. You have yourself the lead in the 4th quarter, and a lot of people just say, let's sit on it, let's play smart, just don't give anything to the opposing team to let themselves back in the game. Well, that's exactly what they almost did here. They put the ball in the air, tried to remain aggressive, and they're lucky it didn't come back to bite them.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. And he's been as involved as anyone in the league in the middle part of the season, the NFL leader. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Brings up 2nd and 14 at the 21-yard line.
And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. Oh, a loose football. It looked like one of the Bengals was in there and able to cover it up. Cincinnati holds on to the ball. That's going to be caught. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down. They convert in style. Huge play on 4th and long. They'll drop to throw. You'll find Brown out of the backfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They'll need to score and do it quickly. Still 1 timeout left. The final minute, 1st and 10. Throwing is Burrow. That's to the 3rd-round pick. It's Jermaine Burton. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line.
Another Cincinnati Bengals.
On 1st down, Burrow. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now, on 2nd and long. Burrow to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Minshew. Going to get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards.
A tight end in motion now. Off the play fake, it's Minshew. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get the early start, 10 a.m. on their body clocks. They're happy now. They come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.